Well, Iran's chief negotiator, Mohammad Bagher Ghalibaf, has reacted to Israel's attack on Beirut. He says that the strike proves the U.S. is not committed to a ceasefire and only understands the language of power. In a post on social media, Ghalibaf went on to say the naval blockade against the Iranian nation and America's green light today to the Zionist regime turn American and regime bases and assets in the region into legitimate targets. The hand of our armed forces is open as always. Mohamed, Iran is trying to use its leverage, it seems, to end Israel's attacks on Lebanon. Can you walk us through that? Walk us through Tehran's position on this.
Yes, from the very beginning, and even on the day the ceasefire was signed in April, Iran made it clear that Lebanon and the other fronts, as it called them, are included and should be included in any ceasefire between Iran and the United States. There will be no final end to this war without an end to the war, the Israeli war on Lebanon. That's the solid, consistent Iranian position since the beginning of this conflict. Now, we are seeing that Israel, even though it signed what it called a ceasefire there in Lebanon, and many times news of that, Israel never stopped bombarding South Lebanon. And just days ago, when it threatened to send its army to Beirut, remember that Iran also issued a very strong warning that if that happens, then the Israeli citizens in northern Israel should leave because they will be under very serious threat. And that was a serious warning from Iran that it might attack Israel if they march on Beirut. And that's when President Donald Trump asked the Israelis to refrain from going all the way to Beirut. And the understanding was that Beirut became a red line even for the Americans, and that the Israelis complied to that. But now we are seeing the opposite of that situation. And again here in Iran, even though we haven't yet heard from the army headquarters or from the IRGC, we have heard a parliament member saying that tonight Iran is going to teach a painful lesson to Israel. That's not from the army nor from the IRGC, but the talk here in Iran is that Iran is impatient and losing its patience regarding this situation in Lebanon.
Okay, noted. Some prominent voices in Iran saying, quote, that Iran will teach Israel a lesson maybe later tonight. Mohammad Vall reporting from the Iranian capital, Tehran. Thank you very much.